Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. I know it's really been a while since the last time I posted something here and since the last time I recorded something for you guys. It's actually almost 1 a.m. where I live right now, and I don't know why I suddenly feel cool to make this video or any kind of videos again. Yeah, and I thought like, okay, maybe I should just follow my intuition. I should just follow my heart and give it a shot. As you can see, the title says any kind of wounds that you probably still need to heal. In this video, we'll try to discover using some tarot cards and some oracle decks, which I'll be using today, and we'll try to find out are there any kind of unfinished wounds, unfinished trauma, or something you've probably kept within yourself that might have locked you in some ways to continue moving forward. And before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that this is going to be a general reading. So if the messages do not really resonate with you, please just take whatever resonates and leave whichever doesn't. I'm actually now preparing the decks, and we have 3 different options. I'm using some of my crystal bracelets, and we have this one, the rose quartz bracelet for option number 1, for the significator for option number 1, and we also have this one. Actually, I forgot what's the title. What's the name of this bracelet? Let me try remembering what's the name of this one. I just remember it's for throat chakra. It's for option number 2. We have Amazonite. And for the last one, this one, for option number 3, the third one, we have Morganite. You can choose any of these 3 options, any of these 3 crystals, whichever that calls you the most. But if you feel called to choose more than one options, go ahead. Maybe there are some things you need to hear now. And if you've made your choices, let's proceed with option number 1, or the messages for any of you who might have chosen rose quartz crystal. And now put it here. I'll put them here. So for those of you who are choosing the first crystal, let's try to find out, are there still any remaining wounds that you probably need to, it's actually funny because maybe you've noticed that there are changes in my voices and the way I say things, because actually my eyes suddenly got hurt. They feel itchy, especially the right one. And the first card for you is 9 of Wands, and we also got the 6 of Pentacles, or the 6 of Coins reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles. Oh my god. And we have the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Okay, for any of you who are choosing this option. I feel like money or wealth or career related issues might have hurt you in the past. This could be related to poverty, or this could be related to losing maybe family members or whoever your any of your caretakers were or was in the past, where you might have relied a lot on that person or on that people with that people. You trusted that person a lot, but losing them might have made you feel not only lost because you feel like you're losing your source of income, your source of money, your source of stability, as well as losing someone you can count on or losing someone you can trust. This could be about losing maybe your parents, your dad or your mom maybe, or your grandfather, your grandmother, or anyone you really trusted a lot. Or this could also be related to losing the job you really loved, or you might have loved in the past. This could also be related to losing a friend or some trusted someone who used to be close to you. And the hurt, the pain that you felt makes you feel as if your life is or was or maybe still is falling apart. By them not being in your life, whether not anymore or not now, as per now they're not there, it might have made you feel like you're not worthy of stability. You're not worthy of happiness. For a lot of you, I feel like you feel unworthy to be happy. You feel unworthy to be abundant. You feel unworthy to have enough. Because it might triggers you or might make you feel like, if I get this, if God gives me this, or if God gives me that, if the universe gives me this or gives me that, will they ever take that away again? Will I lose it again? For a lot of you, I feel like you've been holding yourself locked or kept in unhealthy, I could say, scarcity mindset, or the mindset where you might feel like you're always not having enough. For a lot of you, I feel like you guys do have a lot of talents. You could probably monetize, or you could probably just expose to the world. Or maybe this could also be related to you have some talents which you need to express. You have some talents which you need to show the world. But you're afraid of doing that. You're afraid of being authentic. You're afraid of showing who you are to the world. You're afraid of I don't know. I feel like this is the group of people who might feel like, oh my god, I want more. But do I deserve more? But if I get more, what if I get judged? What if people criticize me? What if my friends left me? What if this? What if that? What if you have all of those what if thoughts in your mind? Because you might have spent a lot of time, too much time, doubting yourself. You know, if I could hug you right now, I really wish I could hug each and every one of you. Because I still feel like you guys have maybe untapped talents. Or maybe some talents that you really need to express. Maybe you did try to express it to anyone from your past, but they did not know how to appreciate you. Maybe this is the people who did that to you were your parents. Maybe the people who did that to you were your friends or your teachers, your mentors, or anyone you might have really trusted. You know, this I feel like I want to share some stories to you guys. The situation kind of reminds me of the moment where I got bullied severely by some of my friends in university. Some of the people I called or I considered as my friends. There were times, there were some times, especially this one moment where I got mistreated by some people, and I hope or I thought some of the people I considered as my friends would have helped me, or at least they would have stayed by my side, but they didn't. Even one of them called that I deserve to get bullied, I deserve to get judged, I deserve to get mistreated. When she said that to me, I really got hurt because I trusted that person a lot, and I felt like I had expectation with that person. I had expectation with our relationship as friends, but it just felt imbalanced. The connections felt imbalanced. Oh my god, I've just realized something. You chose heart chakra. The crystals for heart chakra. Some mistreatments from anyone from your past, they might have caused you to lock your heart or to build like super tall boundaries in front of your heart, and you're locking them. Maybe this could also be related to you being afraid of falling in love again, or you being afraid to be kind again to other people because you're afraid of being hurt again. Let me tell you something. One day you're gonna open your heart again. I feel like the miracles will come where you could finally look back to your past, no longer afraid, and you will find the people who could really appreciate you for who you are. You're gonna meet your soul family. You're gonna meet your soul tribes. And when you've met them, you will finally understand why the relationships you've had with people from your past, they need to happen that way. Those experiences needed to happen that way. To teach you how to value yourself, to teach you how to maybe select healthier boundaries, to create healthier boundaries, to select healthier people for you, to select the tribes who could really accept you for you, or the people who could really accept you for you. For a lot of you, I really feel like your insecurity is maybe above the roof, above the ceilings. You might be feeling very insecure with yourself or with your talents. Well, if you want me to be honest, I am now curious. Please comment down below. Leave me the comments down below. Leave me some comments down below. If you do feel like you have some untapped talents, or maybe some childhood talents, or some old talents, or some old hobbies that you wish you could explore them more, or you wish you could show them more, you wish you could express yourself more. It reminds me of another story. I actually love figure skating. I love figure skating. And I told my secret hobby, the secret hobby, to some friends from the past, including the one from the previous story I've just told you guys about. And actually, they didn't really support me. The relationship I had with these friends, with these girls, ended in, I could say, 2017, a few years ago. And it took me time. It took me time to like learn how to understand myself more and learn how to know which kind of friends do I need, which kind of connections do I want to attract. And you know what? By God's grace, at divine timing, last year, I met some cooler friends, and some of them are figure skaters too. And when I met them, and when I started interacting with them, I feel like some old hobbies of mine, some old passions of mine, they really got called to be resurrected again, to return. I'm not planning to be a pro skater, but I feel like maybe some days, I've actually had this in mind, I feel like maybe someday I could record like some vlogs and post it and share my stories more often to you guys. Maybe to inspire more people. And I feel like this could happen, and this will happen. I'm not saying, no, let me rephrase my words. It's not something that could happen to you. This is something that will happen to you because we have the sun at the bottom of the deck. As soon as you learn, as soon as you are learning and you've learned how to love yourself more, how to release the wounds, the pain, the regrets, the resentments, the maybe the hate to the people who might have doubted you in the past, or to the people who might have caused you some maybe loss of money, or loss of trust in relationships, loss of trust in yourself, in your values. Yeah. Oh my God, this is beautiful. I've just heard the word forgiveness. Maybe that's something you guys need to practice more often. Learn to forgive. Not only forgiving the people who might have hurt you in the past, but also forgive the old and younger version of you, because they just didn't know what they're doing when they tried so hard to do various kind of coping mechanism in the past. We have perfectionism. I'll try to read the messages for you first. Perfectionism. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me to to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. Oh, this is deep. And we have spaciousness at the bottom of the deck. I also wrote this one for you guys. Spaciousness. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people. I've told you. Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Oh, I got goosebumps because this fits what I felt for you guys, what I've just channeled for you guys. This wounds, the wounds of being abandoned, the wounds of not having enough, the wounds of being insecure, the wounds of maybe people judging you for making mistakes, where everyone in your past might have forced you to always be perfect, might have forced you to always do this or do that, whatever. Maybe you had some kind of huge people-pleasing tendency in the past, which you also need to release now, because now you know the triggers, now you know your pain, now you know whichever kind of wounds that you probably still need to heal, and now you know better. You don't have to be perfect to start something. You don't have to be perfect to start over. You don't have to be perfect to create some kind of maybe new paths for yourself, to embark on some new journeys, to let yourself express yourself to the fullest, to let yourself be authentic. You don't need to be perfect in order for you to start doing that. You don't need to be perfect in order for you to start loving yourself or start freeing yourself from I could say your emotions. You probably still feeling the emotions from the past. Maybe you kept trying to recalling the memories or the feelings you felt when you got hurt. But let me tell you guys something. The more you did that, the more you're actually just blocking yourself from continue moving forward. And that will indeed just be a burden for you. That will indeed not going to lead you to places, to new things, to new endeavors, to new stuff. You'll just be there. Oh my god, look at these butterflies. Look at these two butterflies. Yeah, I really feel like you're ready to fly. You're ready to transform. You're ready to get out and fly out of your cocoons. But are you? Are you? Are you ready to be happy though? Because you deserve to be happy. But if you're still keep looking over and over again, or keep remembering anything from your past, that's not gonna lead you anywhere. That's not gonna take you anywhere. If you want me to be honest, I feel like the triggers, most for this pile, most of the triggers for yourself and most of the wounds you have is actually your responsibility to heal. I mean, I don't know why I suddenly feel like maybe some of you do still have like a lot of self-denial tendency. I read a quote somewhere. I forgot from which book or which post or which articles was it, but the quote says that the first step to heal is we need to accept what might have happened in the past. Yeah. Because once we have accepted what happened and we realize that, okay, it happened. It happened and it's my responsibility to heal it. According to your own free will too, of course. According to God's divine timing too, of course. According to the divine timing too, of course. But once you have accepted that you got hurt, you will open doors, especially, firstly, energetically, to give yourself the permission to heal. You don't have to be perfect first in order for you to heal yourself. And it's never about chase. Healing is never about, one's healing journey is never about chasing perfection. It's never about reaching certain kind of perfect labels. Because nobody's perfect. Nobody will ever be perfect. I don't know why I feel called to say this. You don't have to be afraid, because I feel like, yeah, as soon as you're ready to heal this, your soul family, your soul tribes, your better connections, maybe your better career paths will come. You will be able to attract what's actually meant for you. Okay, I feel like this is all I've got for any of you who might have chosen option number 1. I hope these messages will be useful for you in any way. Please please drop some likes if you feel like, yeah, you like it and you're thankful for me, to me, with me, after channeling this. And if you want, I don't mind reading, I don't mind listening to your stories. If you feel like leaving some comments or sharing some stories of yours to me could help you release the memories or the pain, please go ahead. Maybe you could get some encouragements for anyone who are probably using who are probably choosing option number 1 as well. Maybe you could befriend each other and be each other's soul tribes. Who knows? And if you're new, and if you also still want to wait and watch some more videos from me, please stay tuned and click the subscribe button. We could also meet on Instagram, interact on Instagram and TikTok as well. Anyways, I guess that's all. For those of you who might have chosen option number 1, let's proceed to anyone who might have also chosen option number 2. Thank you, Rose Quartz Smile. Thank you, option number 1. Let's proceed to anyone who might have chosen option number 2. Or those of you who chose the Amazonite crystal, aka the crystal for throat chakra. I'm curious actually. And I do notice that my voice, the way I say things, are changing a bit. Let's see. Are there any kind of 10 of wands? Are there any kind of wounds that the people who chose option number 2 might have still had? I think you got more going now. Oh, my babies. And we have the Ace of Pentacles for the bottom of the deck. I'm actually curious. Let me try to shuffle the oracle cards first for you guys, because I didn't do this with option number 1. I shuffled for the oracle deck at the end of the video, nearly at the end of the video, but I want to shuffle for you. Because yeah. First thing first. Oh. I'm not laughing at you, but I just feel like, babies, why do you guys hate yourself so much? Why are you doubting yourself a lot? For a lot of you, this could be, divine timing and perfectionism at the bottom of the deck. You got 3 cards. You really got 3 cards, 3 oracle cards. Okay. For the first one, they only got 2. Anyways, yeah, I feel like this is the pile or the group of people who might have at least once really, really hated yourself. You triggered yourself to fall, or it's not trigger. It's trigger doesn't seem like trigger doesn't feel like the right word. I feel more like you unconsciously push yourself to fall into the trap of perfectionism. This might be caused by maybe your parents. They had some kind of expectations towards you, or your friends. They expected you to be this way or that way. And for a lot of you, this could also be related to your partners, your romantic partners, whether the current one or your exes, your ex-husbands, or maybe your ex-wife, or any ex-lovers who might have forced you to do this or to do that, or they might have forced you to be somebody that you're not. They might have forced you to do something you didn't like, but you had to do that to fulfill their needs, to fulfill their wants, or maybe to fulfill their expectations of you. But with you forcing yourself to do that, I feel like you've been carrying some kind of huge regrets. This might be triggering. I will put some trigger warnings, but my stomach suddenly feels so hurt. And if you're a girl watching this, I don't know, was it for a lot of you, is it related to, was this one related to various kind of sexual harassment, or maybe someone forced any of you? This was very specific. This message feels very, very specific. Maybe some of you needed to hear this, but is it related to sexual harassment trauma? Like rape, maybe? Or anyone forced you to do stuff you didn't want? Or this could also be related to miscarriage or abortion. My stomach really feels so hurt right now. And this might be TMI, but no, I'm not on my period and I'm not hungry, but yeah, my stomach suddenly feels, my stomach and the solar plexus area and sacral chakra area, they feel really hurt. They feel really hurt. Some people might have forced you to do this or to do certain kind of things to do whatever. But you didn't want that. But after you doing that, you got really shame. You feel really shame. You feel really unworthy. I feel unworthiness here. Maybe you try to get some help. For a lot of you, I feel like maybe you did try to get some help, but no one helped you. This doesn't also mean, this doesn't also relate. This is not only, see, I cannot speak. If I could hug you and like pull each and every one of you to my embrace right now to hug you, I would. I will, because I cannot imagine how painful it might have been for you to be carrying these secrets or these regrets, whatever they might be, all this time. It was like for a lot of you, these wounds, these triggers, they force you to put like some kind of mask. You try to be somebody else. You try to fit in. I don't know, should I say tried or try? Because for some of you, it kinda feels like the situation is still ongoing or is still happening. You're still carrying the regrets. You're still carrying the wounds. You might have felt like you're alone, or you're struggling against the feeling of not being enough alone. This could also be related to you losing certain kind of jobs, or maybe certain kind of professional status, or maybe you lost some of your money. Maybe you lost some of your assets. You lost some of your you didn't want to lose it, but you didn't want to lose it, whatever it is. But you had to lose it because it had to happen. We have the divine timing card here. For a lot of you, I feel like this path, you're actually a great manifester. You're actually a great manifester. Maybe you've been studying law of attraction for a while, or maybe you've been studying how to balance your masculine and feminine energy as well. Maybe you've been trying to align your energy. Maybe you've been trying to listen to your heart more often and heal. But I don't know why I feel called to say this. Maybe this really happens. Whether happened in the past or is still happening. But I feel like this is the pile of the people who might have spent, or they could be spending their days or daytime smiling, but they always crying themselves to sleep at nights. This could be the pile. Who knows? I could say, I really feel it. I strongly feel it. This is the pile who will tell people that No problem, I'm okay. I'm okay. But you will start falling apart when you're alone. I really feel it. I'm not saying being an actor or being an actress is bad, but because I did take acting classes in the past, but this is the pal who knows how to act, only to seem perfect in society, in front of society, among society. This is the pile who knows how to pretend like they're okay when they're not. And I also feel like, honestly, I also feel like this could also be the pile who might have forced themselves to stay in toxic situations or toxic environments, or even try to push their talents away, push their strongest potentials away, push their needs to be maybe to be authentic. I believe that everyone deserves the right to be authentically expressing themselves any way they want, however they want, however their heart leads them to. But I don't know why I feel I got this vision and I feel it too, but this could be the pal who might also maybe you want to dress up in certain ways, but your parents taught you to dress up another way. Maybe you want to look this way. Maybe you want to dye your hair color into blue or pink or orange or light yellow or even glow in the dark color, but your parents forbid you to do that. Or maybe why do I get this feeling? This could also feel like yeah, honestly, this file for you guys, maybe there were times in the past where you really got silenced. Whether by your abusers or the people who might have harassed you in some ways. Maybe you got bullied too, verbally or sexually. Or I don't know. But this is the pile who might have got mistreated, whether once or more than once, but they really cannot express themselves, so they hold everything to themselves. They really hold everything to themselves. And unfortunately, I strongly feel like the people who did this to them, to you guys, were actually the one you really trusted the most. Okay, let's get a bit personal. Because yeah, I've been here being a channeler, being a messenger, being me, whether as Solution Priest or as Stefanny for like quite some time. But I wanna get personal to you guys. I wanna share a personal story. This situation kinda reminds me of one of my exes. We used to be together for like maybe 4 years. But we broke up because he cheated on me. And yeah, I trusted that person a lot. And at that moment, I really loved him a lot. I trusted him and I loved him a lot. We did talk, we even talked about marriage. We even discussed about how many kids do we want to have. Where do we want to live? Because he was studying somewhere and we didn't live in the same town at that moment. But yeah, I really got hurt when he cheated on me. Because I felt like I trusted you. I trusted him. And I wanted to build a family with him. I wanted to be happy with him. I wanted to be present for him. And when I asked him, why did he cheat on me? At first, at the beginning, he said he was curious. And later, he also told me that I wasn't pretty enough to his standards. I'm okay, by the way, no need to worry about me. It happened in the past, like several years ago. He was someone who, I could say, he likes to give scores or give like numbers from 0 to 10 or 0 to 100 to other people's appearance, to other people's looks. Yeah, I could say he's the person who kinda judge someone or judge a book by its cover. But he eventually opened up to me and told me that according to him, even after we already dated for like 2.5 years, or maybe, yeah, almost 3 years at that moment. But he told me that from 0 out of 10, I was just 6. But the girl he liked at that moment, the girl he cheated with, was 9. And he really did compare me to that girl. I do not hate them anymore now. It took me time to really release and to really forgive. The hardest part for me wasn't forgiving them. It was forgiving myself, because when he said that, I really felt insecure. I really felt like, am I really that ugly? After everything we've had, after every memories we've shared together, am I really not that enough? Do I really look that ugly? You know, it makes me lost my self-confidence at that moment. Like it really makes me actually lost myself. It makes me feel like I'm not worthy to get loved again, to be loved again. Because his words really made me feel like, okay, if I am a 6, and there's like tons or millions of women out there who are probably 9 or 10, will a 6 like me ever get love again? Yeah. It really makes me lose my trust, my confidence to myself. For a lot of you, I feel like you might have maybe lost your self-confidence too. You maybe forgot how to love yourself first too. And you maybe forgot how to accept your values. Because you have the magician here. Maybe you need to listen. Well, I don't know why I feel like maybe for some of you, if you do feel called to choose option number 1 as well, maybe there are some messages you need to hear from option number 1, from the first bracelet, from the first option, from Rose Quartz option. Maybe you still have some. For some of you, I feel like maybe you still have like the wounds of not being appreciated the way things happened to me in the past, based on the stories I've shared to you guys. Or maybe this could also be related to No, let me rephrase things. This could also be related to you giving yourself the permission to speak up. For a lot of you, I really feel like maybe your throat chakra is being blocked. I don't know how, I don't know why, but as soon as you're willing to speak up, as soon as you're willing to open yourself up more, be open to miracles, be open to people helping you, be open to people loving you, be open to let your authenticity shine. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself attract whatever and whoever that's really meant for you. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You know, I suddenly heard Rachel Platten's song Superman. I forgot the lyric, but let me try finding the lyrics. But there are some parts which says, wait a second. Maybe you need to listen to the song. If I could break away half of all your pain, I'd take the worst of it and carry you like you carry me. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to hold the world in your hands. You've already shown me that you can. Maybe, oh my god, this gets deep, guys. This gets really deep. I feel like maybe this is your inner child or the old you wants you to know that you don't have to force yourself to be somebody that you're not, or to always force yourself to put some kind of layers of mask. Just be you, because who you truly are will attract what's meant for you. Forgive what might have happened. Forgive yourself. Maybe you need to read this oracle cards. You can take screenshots of it and use this as your affirmations or mantra, daily mantra. I'll try to read this for you. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. And permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. Just be you, babies. 'Cause I really feel that. Your uniqueness, your flaws, who you are. As soon as you express yourself for who you are, you will attract not only abundance or love, but you'll be free to be who you truly are. I guess that's all. For those of you who might have chosen option number 2, let's proceed to the last one. To anyone who might have chosen option number 3. But anyways, if you feel like the messages resonate with you, they're resonating with you in some ways, please don't forget to give me some likes. Subscribe if you're a new watcher, if you're new to this channel. And we can also connect on Instagram and TikTok. I am providing the links down below. at the description box. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. Let's proceed to the last one. Okay, last but not least, of course, I will not leave you guys. Let's proceed to the last one. For anyone who might have chosen the third one or the Morganite bracelet, let's get started. Let's try to find out which wounds or what kind of wound, maybe wounds, yeah, who knows, do you probably still need to heal in order for you to be happier. Page of Wands. Okay, Strength reverse. Oh, you got 4 cards. And we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. If I'm being quiet, I'm not leaving you guys. It's just I'm trying to channel the messages. And I do notice that I feel like my voices are changing. And the way I say things are also changing compared to the previous ones. Anyways, for some of you, you might have been betrayed by someone with power. Someone who had greater power than you, or greater and bigger influence than you in some ways. Someone you might have trusted, like really trusted in the past. This could be a male figure. Honestly, I don't really... This could be related to love or romance. Someone who might have cheated on you romantically. But this feels more like maybe you have some kind of projects or business together with someone. You plan to do some business together with someone, but that person betrayed you in some ways, or that person took something you considered as, you might have considered, that person might have took something, might have taken something away from you that you considered as something valuable, something worthy. This could also be related to money. I feel like this could also be related to someone in power misusing their power to put some threats in your life. They might have started threatening you in some ways, or for a lot of you, this could also be related to, I'm sorry, I will put a trigger warning here, but bullying. Someone in power might have bullied you and makes you scared. There could be like some kind of power struggle here. Yeah, someone misusing you or the opportunity or something for their own sake. I also feel betrayal. I strongly feel betrayal here. You trusted this person a lot, but they might have spent the time you guys had together to dig deeper, or to just try to discover more about your weaknesses, to try to discover more of how they could have probably taken advantages of you in some ways. I feel cool to share some stories to you guys. I really feel cool to share some stories to you guys. A story that I have actually experienced in the past, but it happened in maybe 2016 or 2017. And this was a story. I got bullied several times in the past. I really got bullied several times in the past. I'm not saying I do still hate them, but yeah, because it also took me time to forgive the people who might have bullied me and hurt me in some ways. It took me like a lot of healing processes to heal those layers of wounds, but back then in uni, I was still in university. We had some kind of group project. There were like, I think 15 or first of 15 or beyond, it's beyond 10 people. We have this project where we had to like create some kind of a fun together. It was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a charity event where, yeah, we have to make some event, some plans together. We had to create an event, but I tried to get some help. I'm not here to brag, I'm not here to flex or anything, but I have Capricorn rising. I also have Capricorn Jupiter and Capricorn Mercury. I do like working. I have Capricorn stellium myself. I do enjoy working. I do enjoy creating something, crafting something, making plans of something. And I love studying. And those people, the people in my group, they know about it. They know about it. They know that I was known for it as well. I mean, I used to be known as someone, I probably am still known as someone who kind of chases perfectionism. Not in a bad way. It used to be in a bad way. But, I mean, the people from my past, my friends, my old classmates, yeah, they know that when I do something, I will do everything in my power to make things great. For everyone's highest good. For the group's highest good. So for the event, we had to find some money. We had to make like some kind of maybe funding for, we had to be open for donation. We had to make like the business proposals, the plans and everything. We have to compose everything because it was supposed to be a group project. Until I accidentally heard some of them talk. They were supposed to be talking behind my back, but they're talking in the classroom. I went to the restroom, and before I opened the door, I heard some people from my group say that it's okay, we're in the same group with Stephanie. Let her just work. all alone by herself. Then we got the score together. She will get an A. She will get an A. And that person also said that Stephanie has many acquaintances. She has many friends. Let her try to find the funding. Let her try to find the money by herself. Maybe she will donate more of her money too. I was a Sophia. I was a chronic. I was an ultimate people pleaser. For real. I would sacrifice anything in my power to please other people. And I noticed that was my weakness. I tried to be okay doing everything by myself until I got burnout. Yeah, maybe you have these issues too. And long story short, some weeks, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks before the event supposed to be done or supposed to be held, suddenly some of them told me that, can you quit the group? Just give whichever. I was the one working on a project alone, where there were supposed to be like 15 people. 15-ish people, yeah. But I was the one. I made the proposals. I made the presentation files. I tried to ask not only my aunts or my uncles or my family members for helping us funding the event. I tried to open like public donations, public funding donations. I tried to do everything all alone by myself. There were some kind of group chats. Yeah, I remember there were some kind of group chats. But whenever I tried to ask for some help, whenever I tried to get help or to tell them that, okay, the processes of maybe tried earning the money are reaching this level of percentage, of maybe me contacting the venue has reached this level of progress. But they were just reading the messages. Some said they wanted to help. But when I really said I needed help, no one showed up. Did I get hurt? Yeah, I really got hurt. And actually, this is the first time of me telling this story. But it's okay. Maybe my stories could feel related to some of you. I don't hate them. I really don't hate any of them. I did in the past, but as I've told you in the beginning, it taught me a lot. This experience has taught me a lot. It's been teaching me a lot. And it shows me like the actualities of people. And it also shows me my weaknesses. I really thought my capacity, my ability to laugh, or my ability to always do anything in my power to always do good were my weaknesses. I really thought they were my weaknesses, but slowly I'm realizing that it's my strengths. Oh my god, you got the strength card. Yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like you might have got betrayed or left alone and abandoned in the past. And those experiences in some way, maybe your family left you, your best friends left you, or your lovers left you, or your business partner left you. Maybe those experiences made you feel like you're not strong enough to pursue your dreams, or to do this or to do that. You're not strong enough to continue moving forward. As I've told you in the beginning, if I get quiet suddenly, if I suddenly get quiet, it's not me leaving you guys, it's me trying to channel more messages. I don't know why I really feel cold for a lot of you. Please be careful of who you call as maybe friends or partners or business partners, because I feel like there could be some people feeling jealous of you or what you've heard or what you've had. Be careful of that. Be careful of that. I feel like this group is actually someone who hasn't recognized your power, who hasn't recognized or fully recognized your strengths. I don't know why I feel called to say this, but please remember that you're actually stronger than you think you are. You're stronger, you're wiser, you're smarter, and the word sophisticated just came to my mind. You're more sophisticated than you thought you are. You just, the experiences of people lying to you or people continuously water stabbed you or stabbing you might have hurt you. This could also be related to money issues or power issues. We haven't mentioned. I just have to call the shuffle for more. Hardship. I'm just gonna take two. And let's see, what do we have at the bottom of the deck? Mistakes. I will firstly read the messages at the oracle cards. Service? Okay. Wait, why do I feel like for a lot of you, I'm not saying you can't, but for a lot of you, I feel like some of you might have still felt the wants or triggers, or you might have felt like I do still have to do my revenge. I do still want to do my revenge. Because let me tell you guys something. I'm not here to preach. Just do you and I'll do me. That's one of my life mottos, but if we're letting ourselves being stuck in resentments, in hate, those feelings, those emotions, those thoughts, and I could say those negativity They will just be continuously and constantly blocking the flow of happiness and abundance in your life. For real. Have you guys ever heard of the practice of, see, oh my god, I'm not, I was touching my cheeks, but these cards, they moved by themselves. Wow. And look at this spaciousness. Yeah, I feel like if you're still holding on to grudges and anger, it will really block your ability to attract healthier connections, healthier career paths, more honest people coming into your life. Be careful of your power. I think for a lot of you, I feel like you guys are starting to be more aware of your power, of your strengths, of your talents, maybe, of your abilities. You know that now. Or maybe you know that you're being surrounded by a lot of stronger people, or because I feel like for some of you, this was very specific. For anyone who might actually plan to do your revenge in some ways, pay attention to what your heart truest intention is. Because most of the time, revenge is not gonna solve problems. It's not only most of the time, like, revenge is not gonna solve problems. For real, for real. It will only create more bitterness. It will only create more pain. It will only create more regrets. And it will just add more negativity into your plate, into your tables. For real. Yeah, I feel called to read this verse for you guys. You can take screenshot of this and read them. Just use them as your maybe daily mantra or daily affirmations anytime you need. The first one, intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. And the second one is hardship. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. And for the bottom of the deck, we have mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. I feel like for a lot of you, you do have strong leadership skills. Please don't misuse that. Please only use your talents for highest good. I mean, it's not my job to force you to do this or to do that or to dictate you in some ways, but Just please don't misuse your power. Just don't misuse your power. It felt very specific to maybe some people do need to hear those messages. Out of the other two piles, this is the one where I strongly feel like maybe you do still feel angry. Maybe you do still feel like whatever happened to you was unfair. Have you guys heard of the terms or the steps called 5 stages of grief? Out of those 5 stages of grief, the first one was denial. The second one was anger. The third one was bargaining. And the fourth one is depression. And the last one is acceptance. Those are the steps one needs to go through to change their grief or their wounds or the traumatic experiences. Those are the steps, part of the cycle one needs to go through in order to process what has happened and change their reality. It's okay to firstly feel like you're in shock and you try to deny that you got hurt. It's okay to feel angry that you got hurt. Or maybe you try to bargain with God or with yourself, like, okay, if I do this, if I could change this, if I could do the blah 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 blah, maybe life will get better. Maybe I will forget. Or maybe I could forget. Maybe I could do this, do that. Whatever. And the fourth one is depression. And the last one is acceptance. I want to continue sharing the story of my process through these 5 steps for forgiving what happened with me on and the people from that group which I've previously mentioned about. Before I realized that I got angry with them, I did deny my feelings that I got hurt. I mean, I was denying it. I denied it by telling myself that it didn't hurt me. They wanted the best too. But I denied my guts. I denied my feelings, which taught me that it's supposed to be a group project. Everyone's supposed to be involved. Maybe they were just lazy. Or maybe they just didn't want to help. That thought came after I finally accept. Okay, it happened. And after me realizing that I got angry, I tried to bargain with myself by saying that, okay, if I do better things than them, if I have to be more successful than them, maybe I will be happier. Which I tried. I tried to be more successful. I tried to do things I don't want them to do. As an example given, I tried to do better projects. I tried to get better scores. I tried to get better GPA than them. I did. I forced myself out of my limit. But did it make me happy? No. It makes me exhausted. And it makes me like constantly and continuously being flooded by resentments, hate, negative thoughts, until I reached the state where I know I had to accept that it happened. It happened and it changed me. It happened and it changed my relationships with people. It changed the way I see my friends. It changed the way I see connections. It changed the way I even see myself. It makes me realize that I need to start developing healthier boundaries. I need to start selecting healthier friends, healthier circle for myself, and honoring my strengths. And I need to start setting healthier intentions and honoring the hardship. And it changed the way that I realized that, okay, maybe I played a part, maybe I took some parts of making that happen, of letting that happen, of letting the wounds happen to me. I mean, I'm not saying you guys had to constantly and continuously blame yourself for what might happen, but sometimes we need to realize that we did play some parts when it comes to allowing other people hurt us. What I'm saying is, sometimes we didn't realize, sometimes we just didn't really realize that when we did not set, or when we do not know how to set healthier boundaries, and we did not know how to healthily say no, or how to healthily admit that we need help, or healthily express our emotions, no matter whichever kind of emotions we might have felt. People might mistreat us because we cannot force everyone to understand our mind. We cannot force everyone to really read our mind. They're not mind readers, right? And when it comes to me finally accepting that I've reached that acceptance state, there was also the moment where I realized that, yeah, I had to learn how to speak up. I had to learn how to see people as who they are, as someone who are also capable, as people who are also capable of making mistakes. And so am I. So am I. I also feel like for this group, you might have had, or probably still have, strong perfectionism tendency, which you need to release, and controlling tendency, which you also need to release. This could also be triggered by the memories of you being controlled by others. As I've told you in the beginning, by people who were misusing their power at you, with you, towards you. I don't know, have I talked about the Ho'oponopono practice? It's a Hawaiian meditation technique. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I need to browse something about it, but yeah, Ho'oponopono is a traditional Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. The Ho'oponopono word itself is a Hawaiian word, translates into English simply as correction. It has the synonyms manage or supervise. And similar forgiveness practices are performed on islands throughout the South Pacific, including Hawaii, Samoa, Tahiti, and New Zealand. Okay, so basically, if you guys have, yeah, for a lot of you, maybe you need to start doing Hoponopono. Hoponopono is basically like a practice where it's like a meditation technique. For me, it's like a meditation technique where you sit down with yourself, where you try to pour every kind of emotions or every kind of thoughts that might have still burden you, that might have still blocking you. And it's a practice where you're able to not only express your emotion, but it will teach you the art of acceptance, forgiveness, and cleansing the energy field, especially yours. There are some steps. I could share more, but I will briefly share, and maybe you could try to Google everything more detailed information about Hoponopono. But you could sit down. You could firstly sit down with yourself and try imagining as if you're talking to anyone or the people who might have hurt you in the past. Try imagining that you're sitting in some places, some safe places, and tell them whatever you want to tell them. And once you feel like you're done, please say, I'm sorry to that person. I know that's probably not what you wanna hear, because maybe when we got hurt, we want the people who hurt us to apologize to us. But I don't think it's possible in many kind of circumstances. But please say, I'm sorry to them. Because when you say you're sorry, you are recognizing and accepting. For maybe you also had thoughts or actions or emotions, or you might have also caused triggers for the circumstances, for the situation that might have hurt you, for the conflict or anything that might have been manifesting into reality. And then once you've said you're sorry, you could also tell them, please forgive me. It's very, very powerful, because I believe that the words love and forgiveness are that powerful. It could help you making amends with anyone, and also your higher self and the universe and God. Because I know what it felt like when we got angry and we just feel like we want to be angry towards God. If we cannot express our anger towards the people who might have hurt us. But stop blaming your reality or yourself or even God. And then say thank you. Oh, before you say thank you, there is also this one powerful sentence. Please say, I forgive you. You could repeat these 3 sentences until you're feeling better, until you're feeling enough. You can repeat it like 10 times, 7 times, as many as you like. And tell them thank you. You'll probably ask me, why do I need to thank the people who might have hurt me? But when you are thanking, not only them, but God, or even yourself, You're showing gratitude to yourself, to your inner self, to your old self, even to God, to the universe, to God, to the divine. What for? For allowing the emotions to be felt, for allowing the experiences to teach you, or even for giving yourself the permission to clear whichever kind of wounds that you probably still need to heal, whichever kind of emotions that you need to clear, to deal with. Thank you is powerful. So we've had 4 sentences. The first one is I'm sorry. The second one is please forgive me. The third one is I forgive you. And the fourth one is thank you. And last but not least, the fifth one. It's a very powerful word. It's a very powerful sentence. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It's a very powerful sentence which contains the word that's also as powerful as the others. I love you. Say I love you. This could be said to them. When you say I love you, you could refer the sentence to the people who might have hurt you, or to your inner child or inner self, to your old self who got hurt, or even to the divine, to God, to the universe, to show gratitude as well. It's a way for you to appreciate the emotions, the experiences. Trust me, this is very powerful. I did that too. I did this too. I did a lot of trials for this Ho'oponopono practice to release any kind of negative memories from the past. And I believe it could help you guys too. I really feel like you guys are actually powerful people. You're stronger than you thought you are. So please, I still feel called to say this. Please don't misuse your power and your strengths for revenge. Nothing's coincidence. I feel called to say this too. Nothing's coincidence. I know how painful it is for us to get hurt, but if you're trying to look back and remember how far you've come, maybe one day you will realize, or you will come to a state of mind where you look back to everything and you see everything not as something you should be angry again. Not as something you should be angry at again, but as something that makes you realize that I suddenly heard Kelly Clarkson's song, What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger. Yeah. Those experiences make you stronger. And be grateful for that. Be grateful for that. For some of you, this could also be related to abandonment issues where, have I said this? Why do I get these messages? I don't know why I got these messages and I feel called to say this. Maybe this could also be related to you feel left out by some masculine figure in your life. This could be some old lover, or your dad, your father, your grandfather, or anyone you trusted who has stronger masculine energy in their self. Anyways, this one really got the longest message, the longest video. But I think this is all you've got for now. to be more honest with yourself. Admit if you got angry. Admit if you got depressed. It's okay not to be okay. Okay? I guess this is all for now, and this is all I've got for anyone who might have chosen option number 3 or the morganite crystal. I hope the messages could be useful for you in some ways. If you like it, and if you feel like they're helpful anyways for you, please drop some likes. And if you're new and you want to see more of this kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe. And we can also connect on Instagram and on TikTok too. Anyways, I think that's all I've got for now. Tata for now. I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye bye. God bless. I love you guys so much.